What's going on, everybody? Hope all is well with you. It is the Lab Tech Show. We are live in 20 seconds. I think, something like that. I had it in here. There we go. 20 seconds. Hope everybody's week was well. We got guests today. That's right, we got guests. Let's go. Y'all ready? What did it say? Ow. What's going on, everybody? Hope all is well with everyone. It is another Wednesday. Uh-oh, where'd it happen? Uh-oh, I got too much going on over here. Let's see. Uh-oh, we got too much going on. Anyway, hope all is well with you. It is Wednesday. It is the Lab Tech Show. We're coming out to hang out with you, and hope all is well. I got my man from the West Coast coming in here. I got all kind of... Uh-oh. There we go. So we got two streams going on here. But I got my man James Hicks here. I got to figure out why I got double audio coming in here. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm sorry. I got double audio somewhere. All right. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but we will figure that out in 1 second. I don't see it on my page. But anyway, we're here to talk tech news with you and basically simplify tech in a language that you understand. I'm sorry, I got a little rattled just a moment ago, but it's all good. I got my man James Hicks. He's here to talk a couple things with us about Apple. What's going on, James? How you doing, brother?
What it do? What it do? What it do? Come on now. We back in the lab. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. Hold on. We got double audio somewhere. Hold on 1 second, brother. All right, so bear with me. I mean, it's crazy because you got everything right, and then all of a sudden you got something else going on. So we got to just figure out where this double audio is coming from. I think I found it, and I do apologize for that. So, James, how you doing, brother? You doing all right?
I'm good, brother. You know, today is a roller coaster of a day, but it's all right. It's good to be out here doing what we do. I appreciate the offer to come and the opportunity to come out here and talk to your audience here on the lab, man. This is where it's happening. Consumer technology.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, the iPhone 14 came out and everybody's got questions. Yeah. People are like, hey, what's going on? And, you know, some people purchased the phone. They're having struggles if they were on Android. And then also some news is rolled out and we said, you know what, we're going to get into it. So before we do all that, we got a couple rules to the show. You know what it is. Please invite somebody. Please tell somebody what's going on. Let them know, tag a friend, invite them to the show. This is a 1 hour show, as close to as 1 hour as we can possibly get it. And we want you to be informed as quickly and as knowledgeable. We want to break it down and simplify it in a language that you understand. Second, bring your adult beverage. Come on now, whatever that beverage may be. It could be your Hennessy, it could be your wine, your beer, whatever the case may be. Bring your adult beverage. And thirdly, just if you got questions, just post them in the comments and we'll find a way to make it all work. All right. So Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Our stash stock party of the evening is Party City. That's right, Party City. So for the ones that are not familiar with what stash stock is, this is your opportunity to own a piece of incremental stock. With that incremental stock, you don't get a whole stock, but you get a piece of it. And this was James's baby when he first started. And we just continued to keep all of this going. And this is your way to own stock. And when you're ready to invest, if you look in the description of the video or of the YouTube description, you'll see where if you invest 20 and use my code, you get $20 back. All right. So hopefully that's something that you guys are interested in. And we're going to make it happen. All right. So let me see. Where are you, James? There we go. We also got one more thing before we get into things. And we got our, let's see if I can find it real quick. We got our word of the day. You know, the last time you said I'm over here giving out educational classes. And you said I'm giving out educational classes. So since I'm giving out educational classes.
over here giving college courses. I said, go ahead. I ain't mad at you, man.
So with that being said, let me see if I can get it right. Let me see if I get this on the screen. He's somewhere in the United States, from LA to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn. I think I got Revis on the line. Where you at, Revis?
Hey, what it do, family? What it do?
Man, what's going on, man? You driving all over, man, coughing all in the middle of your segment and everything. I ain't mad at him, but we're going to figure this thing out. But we got a word of the day, and I figured instead of having everybody out here trying to understand, you know, the political way of doing things, why not have our word of the day? And I said, well, you're a truck driver. Maybe you might have something that's out there that people will probably appreciate. So we got a word of the day. It's called Rabble. You're a truck driver. I'm going to give you the definition. And I guess, can you break it down for us in layman terms or in truck driver terms? The word is Rabble.
I'm going to try.
You going to try? You going to break it down, or do I need to break it down? Do I need to give the definition?
I'm going to see what I can do. Go ahead and get the definition.
All right. So the definition of Rabble is used to refer to a large group of loud people who could become violent, or usually in the phrase the rabble, to refer to a great mass of regular people as contrasted with the elite. I don't know what none of that means, but you're a truck driver. Can you figure this thing out for us with Rabble?
Yeah, well, you know, I've been recreating today. And when I talked to you earlier today, I was at the casino. Hey, because, you know, I like to recreate at the casino. Everybody knows this. But listen.
I love this man.
They wasn't giving out no money. So we had to get away from that rabble. That crowd and that boy, look at it, they wasn't getting no money. They were getting rowdy. And then before they could tear everything up, we got the heck up out of there. Look at here. Truck drivers get the heck up out of truck stops. And we get out of crowds because that rabble, people get upset. They be wanting to tear stuff up. Rabble means to get away from that dang crowd that is unruly, that's probably about to tear something up and be mean and do all this other stuff.
So my question to you is, have you ever been in a rabble? Do you have a quick story that you can break down for us real briefly?
Well, I go through rabbles all the time because we go to places to drop off, and they have too many people, especially down in Laredo. Man, you got too many people. Now they make you check in. They give you a little beeper in your hand. Then they get to calling everybody at the same time. They give you a beeper. So one person's supposed to go in at one time. They beeping everybody at the same time, and they have a backlog. The street be jammed up. You can't get inside the place, and then everybody gets irate, and you got a rabble. That's what that is. And I go through it every other week.
Every other week?
Every other week.
Oh, hell no.
All right, y'all. That's Rabble. Revis, I appreciate
it. There's another rabble we need to do.
What's that?
That be me being the crowd and angry and everything if James Hicks sit there and cough again while you introducing me. That's what I'm talking about.
I thought I was on mute. My fault. You know what? Watch this. I'm just gonna turn my camera off.
Now, Mama D says
I am your new biggest fan, brother. I am your new biggest fan.
So Mama D says the football game. They had a football game this weekend where there was a big fight, and you had to just Google Alcorn State. You'll figure it all out. So Rabble. It means to refer to a large group of loud people who could become violent. So basically, Revis said he gonna bring the noise to James if he coughs during his introduction ever again. I ain't mad at you.
Start laying hands.
What you say, Revis?
You already know.
All right, Revis, we're gonna talk to you later, man. We gotta jump into this show. Thanks for hanging out with us. And next week we'll do it again. All right, honk that horn one more time.
All right, fam.
All right. All right, man. So look, Stash Stock, Party City. Word of the day, Rabble. We're going to see if we can get a Rabble going with the crowd that's out here, all right? I see Sammy Superstar is here. Tech Troublemaker is here. Mama D is here. Rich Vibes. Lisa Maria. Hit the Spot 1006. Shout out to Hit the Spot 1006. She had a birthday last week. And we just want to wish you a happy birthday. And hopefully you enjoyed the day. And all the other people that celebrated birthdays in the month of, in the last week or so, all right? So if I missed you, when I say happy, you say birthday, happy. There you go. Birthday. All right. So, James.
Yes, sir.
We got people that got these iPhones. Let's go jump right into the show. If you guys would like, you can follow the articles in the description of the show. All right. And remember, as I told you guys, please bear with me because we're trying to relieve some of this stress off of my computer. So I'm bringing in one article at a time. OK, so bear with me as we go through all of this evening. All right. But we got an article up here. And basically, with this article, iPhone users that are on Windows 11, they're saying that it could be compatible or something like that. Because I thought iPhone and PC or Mac and PC just did not play well or play nice with each other. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, bring the article up when you get a chance. And it's essentially, I think what's happening. Well, hold on. First and foremost, let me get these flowers. Right, appreciate again for letting me be on the show and having this conversation with you, man, with you and your audience and your community. 14 was probably a pivotal point for folks who had older iPhones and ready to upgrade. So a lot of folks are probably coming from Android, coming from other platforms, and saying this is the one for them because cameras are great. Capacity is great. Obviously, we know Apple doesn't ever go on sale, so the pricing is what it is. But the fact now that kind of the ecosystem of all of these technologies is starting to merge, and you're starting to see where kind of a collaborative effort for different technologies like Microsoft and Apple to now work together. So you've got all these photos on your iPhone, so to speak, right? You got an iCloud account. You can now a little more seamlessly and with a little less trouble share and access those photos on a PC as opposed, because not everyone who has gone to an iPhone has completely joined the cult of Mac and bought a MacBook or a Mac Mini or anything of that nature, right? They're still running Windows-based systems. So things like Apple Music are probably foreign to them. They're still probably using Spotify or Pandora or something of that nature. But what's good to see is at this top tier level, at the Microsoft and at the Apple and at the Google layer, a little more collaboration amongst technologies. So like I was saying, the photos are more integrated into Windows 11. The fact that, again, if you've got like an Xbox or something in your home, you now have the ability to play your music on an Xbox because there's going to be an Apple Music application that's accessible on the Xbox instead of just having to use Spotify or Pandora or some of the other Tidal or whatever, some of the other platforms out there. So this is good for the consumer because, again, there's finally realization and acceptance that not the majority hasn't completely bought into any one particular ecosystem. Right, there really is cross-platform usage at people's homes. So they've got an iPhone, but they've got a Windows PC or they've got a MacBook, and they may have an Android. I know some folks that do that too as well. But so that's really what this is really the beginning of. If we can see Apple and Google collaborate just a little bit more, especially on the messaging side, I think we'll be actually at a nirvana point. But to see Microsoft and Apple collaborate and say, you got this device, we, Microsoft, no longer make phones, so we surrender to you, Apple and Google, and we will find a way. We will write APIs. We will open up the system to allow you, users of iPhones, to have your content and your data on Microsoft Windows-based devices.
Okay, let me repeat this again. Who no longer makes phones again?
Microsoft.
Okay,
I may be dating myself. I don't know if you remember back in the day when Microsoft used to make the Windows. Remember the phone with the tiles on it? Those were actually some cool phones.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm dating myself. Where my tech troublemakers at? Where my Matt Hosses at? They remember the seasoned folks.
Gotcha. Okay, so basically, the way this article is saying that, and you're summarizing it, but you're saying that iPhone users that still use PC devices, they can now integrate. They can now integrate both platforms, or they were supposed to seamlessly work together, whereas before they could not work together. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, you think early on, maybe a decade ago, when Apple made a version of Safari for the PC, and Safari is the Mac-built web browser. It was pretty clunky. It wasn't very seamless. It wasn't very good. The iCloud app that Apple built for Microsoft early on wasn't that great. Wasn't very intuitive. Well, so now the heads of the companies are sitting down at the table. They've got their engineering teams working together, apparently. And with the release of Windows 11, it's going to be much more of a seamless integration between those who have an iOS device and those who are still running a Microsoft for their desktop or their laptop or their notebook environment. So this is all good because, like, Microsoft Photos, right, the app that comes with your Windows PC, is okay, but it's not great. But, for collaboration, for sharing, for editing, you really want to use an iCloud environment when you're working with iPhone material. So the fact that the iCloud application is being updated and uploaded for PCs to alleviate the pressure. I think that's the best way for me to say it. Alleviate the pressure of folks that are now coming from a different operating environment to now coming over to iOS and still have PCs. It's just great to see that Apple and Microsoft are working together.
Okay, so let me read this real briefly, or go over this, or highlight the best parts of this, if that makes sense. This article reads as this. They're basically saying during the Surface event that they had last week, they're saying that services such as Apple Music, Apple TV, and iCloud for photos can now be accessed on Windows PCs, but it's not as seamless as it is on Mac. But basically, at this Surface event that they had, they said that Microsoft revealed that Windows 11's Microsoft Photos app will soon have the ability to directly access Apple's iCloud photo library. iPhone users will be able to sync photos and manage their library on their PC just like they can on a Mac. The iCloud for Windows app will be updated in the next few months with an option to sync iCloud photos. And then I guess beta testers are already doing it now. And basically, they're also saying that Microsoft announced that Apple Music and Apple TV desktop apps will be available for Windows sometime next year. And basically, Windows users who've had to access Apple TV Plus and Apple Music through the web, now you can just do it now. And then I guess lastly, the new Apple Music will also be a welcome replacement for the outdated iTunes for Windows app. And then for the ones who are gamers, they're also saying that Xbox users can get the new Apple Music app right now in the Xbox console app store and use it to play music in the background while playing their games, and it goes along with the Apple TV app that's already available. And basically, they just said Apple has made it clear that it wants the services to grow, and they're having success with it. All right, so that's basically what we're talking about here, saying that it is now compatible we want you to be able to use both platforms seamlessly. And I guess if you have an Android phone and a Mac, or if you have a Mac and I don't know if I said that right, so an Android phone and a Apple account, or if you have a tablet or a PC, and then you have an iPhone, it will now work seamlessly. That's basically what this is saying.
Don't confuse yourself now. Don't confuse yourself now.
Well, that's why I got you on the show. That's why you're here. So please,
Android isn't completely in this conversation just yet. It's there. The Google infrastructure is not there just yet. Those two companies still need to figure out how to make messaging work a little more seamlessly together. I don't think Tim Cook will ever bend on that one, but it's really good to see Satya over at Microsoft and Tim at Apple really talking about bringing those two giants together, because that's the one that really matters. That's the one that really makes sense. 90% of I don't know if the number's that high. 90% of consumers are still on PC, and from a desktop perspective, we want Apple to be bigger and be stronger than that, but it's not.
Okay, but
from a mobile device perspective, the numbers are pretty high in terms of how many people are on iOS or who are going to be moving towards iOS, I think.
Okay. If anybody has any questions about your iPhone 14, please put them in the comments, because James is not going to be able to be here for the whole show. We're going to figure out how to do a raid tonight. So what
Sammy knows how to raid.
So what a raid is, basically, once this show ends, James has now done a show after my show, and he has a sports show, and they get into some pretty heavy topics. So once this show ends, we're going to jump over into his show, and anybody that would like to stay on and hang out, it automatically takes you over there. So we're going to figure out how to do this raid. We haven't figured it out behind the scenes just yet, but tell them real quickly while I pull up this next article about Team No Sleep.
Team No Sleep. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we talk. It's the social impact of sport, right? So tonight we're going to dive into a little bit of mental health awareness with Zion Williamson, and kind of some admissions that he made while he's been having some struggles lately. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Devontae Adams, right? And the slap that the push and shove that he did with the photographer at the last Raiders game, and where some of that comes from, and the fact that now he's been charged with assault. So we rarely get into talking about the sport in terms of the score, who's playing, what kind of shoes somebody's wearing, but we talk about really how that is affecting socially, how it's affecting the youth, how it's affecting those who are involved in and around the sporting world. We're going to talk about the Boston Celtics coach who got caught in the cheating scandal, right? And, kind of what the implications of that. We may even touch on Kanye West, right? Just the fact that he's got a lot of issues that he's been raising in terms of how he feels about different types of folks. He recently filmed a episode of The Shop with Maverick Carter and LeBron James, but that episode is not even going to film because Kanye completely went off a different end in terms of some of the things that he was saying. So we're going to get into that. So, man, I appreciate you for giving me the platform to talk about it real quick.
Sounds good, man. So you know all about this. Our next article, Amazon just made a major purchase, and I'm trying to get me back on the screen. And I know that you owned one of these, and you were speaking heavily on how you were so excited that you named your vacuum cleaners after your kids, right? And so I thought it was pretty cool to say, hey, this is right on time that we have this discussion. And I wanted you to kind of talk about your thoughts on it, and then also give me, or share with us, just say what these acquisitions really mean, if that makes any sense. So I just think that that's something that we need to talk about. So I'm going to pull this article up here, and this is what we're talking about. Amazon made a deal with Zumba or iRobot. So a lot of you guys have heard of Roomba. And so with those Roombas, Uh, Basically, they got bought out by Amazon, and it was strategically done for a reason. All right, so James, I'm gonna let you go ahead and I'll read some of this. No, go ahead, James. Break it
I'm
down.
over
You got
here.
the rubric.
I'm over here commenting to the hecklers in the
Don't
chat.
worry. Hey, look, don't worry
You know,
about the heckle.
Rich Vibe always gonna give me a hard time talking about what is real football versus what is football. Okay, brother. I love you and appreciate you. Yes, Roomba, iRobot. I got two of them because I got two kids. I got Isaiah downstairs and I got Jordan upstairs vacuuming my house. Robot vacuums are the only way to go, folks. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I'll send you my affiliate code so you can go buy you some iRobots as well. I would probably recommend you buy them before this whole acquisition from Amazon takes place. The question of concern about this, and this, so think back as well to a number of years ago, folks, when Google acquired Nest. Right, when Google acquired Nest, and you guys know Nest are the smart thermostats that are in everyone's homes, there was conspiracy thought that Google was now going to start putting ads on your thermostat and start tracking your behavior in terms of how you utilize the thermostat and maybe sell that to other companies outside. Because we know that's how Google makes their money, right? They sell information. So a lot of us have Amazon Prime. A lot of us use Amazon daily, right? In terms of just acquiring things and just to ease in the convenience of procuring products and services. Now, if Amazon owns the hardware and can then implement and insert its software into these smart robots, these smart vacuums that are now going through your house, mapping your house, again, it's probably not going to happen, but you got to be conscious of this, that they are now mapping your home. They are making assumptions about you and how you utilize this equipment, what's in your home, and should they maybe start positioning ads to pop up in your email, ads that pop up on your web browsing experiences and your social media feeds and things of that. It's very concerning to folks that there are some companies that have so much information that are now going to be giving access to even more information. Think about what Amazon did, I think it was a year ago, when they turned on the ability for the Ring. No, it wasn't Amazon, but it was Ring. When Ring turned on the ability to share your Wi-Fi network with folks in your neighborhood so it could help police, so that it could help other Ring devices kind of synchronize and stay connected to the network, right? You had to consciously opt out of having that Amazon or that Ring sidewalk feature enabled. A lot of folks were thinking that was, again, an invasion of privacy. It wasn't really clearly identified that this was capable and available within this technology. Who knows what Amazon is going to do? You got to give them the benefit of the doubt, but you still got to be vigilant as a consumer to know that you can either opt in or opt out of having this capability to where this company is mapping your home, knowing that you got 4 chairs over here, knowing that you got a bed over here, knowing that you got all this furniture, knowing that you live in a 3,000 square foot home. Let me as Amazon start pitching you selling and buying opportunities for either more furniture, more cleaning equipment, more whatever. It just gets to a point where it's a concern for an encroachment on individuals' privacy as these larger search oriented organizations start knowing more and more about their community. So I don't like it, to be honest with you. So I'm actually glad that I've got the iRobot before Amazon kicked in, because I just do not know personally what Amazon will try to do. They are trying to get into everybody's business. They're trying to spin up medical research. They're trying to spin up a pharmacy, and they're trying to spin up shopping. You can go into the Amazon store. You don't even have to pull out your credit card. You just walk in and walk out. So they know what they're doing when it comes to very low invasive technology, and they can do things behind the scenes and gather information about you without you even knowing about it. So this is an interesting story that just consumers need to worry about when it comes to their privacy and being able to opt in and opt out of capability.
So let me jump in and tap in on this article here. They're basically saying that Amazon did this merger back in September to acquire iRobot. Okay. And this is what James is discussing or talking about right now. And basically, they're saying iRobot is the maker of the popular Roomba vacuum cleaner. And privacy advocates worry that Amazon will use the product to vacuum up information about consumer homes and private lives. Basically, acquiring iRobot could provide Amazon with a significant amount of consumer data, like James just spoke on. And the Roomba vacuums provide details such as he said, the room layouts, the number of rooms in a house, and the furniture placement. Now, what he's saying is it could be kind of useful with all of this because they know where you might be short on or you may be low on a certain item. And because they partner with Amazon, now they can have you with Alexa and they can say, hey, you're running low on this, or you need to buy that, or whatever the case may be. Because remember, the vacuum cleaner, it is something that everyone has to have in their home unless you have wood floors. Right. So with that being said, we want to be mindful that as you're allowing these Alexa devices in your home, you got to remind yourself also, if they did this quietly and they're putting the Roomba or your vacuum cleaner in your home, you're vacuuming, or the Roomba is vacuuming on a timer. It knows when you're low on water. If you have water that's sitting out, it knows when your plants probably need, some type of fertilizer. It knows when you might need more pet food or dog or cat food or something like that. It knows when you have certain things because it's literally going in each room. And I think that's where this article kind of says here, where it says, the question is, why have you not put a Alexa in the other rooms? Well, let me back up a little bit. It says, with this acquisition of iRobot, its vacuum products could be used to glean information about a consumer's home. They can tell whether it can include Alexa products. If a consumer only owns 3 Alexa devices but has 5 rooms, Amazon could set out and advertise additional Alexa products for those other rooms. And then now that's where I was saying the question is, why have you put Alexa in why have you not put those Alexa products in the other rooms? And once Amazon discovers which rooms those are and what shape they are, what furniture is in them, they can try to work out how they can make you own an Alexa that will work in that room. This is just one of those things where you're allowing these devices to come into your home. And if this is what you want to do, that's perfectly fine. It's just be mindful of what's going on. All right. So they just made this purchase or this acquisition for $1.7 billion. So for $1.7 billion, they want something, and they want something. So whatever that might be, just know that you're purchasing it at a deal, and it says, oh, I can save my time on vacuuming. There's no knock, but just know that these newer devices, not the one that James has or last year's model, but this new year's model or 2022 model, they're going to have that where it sees where they can start advertising to you through Alexa, through your phone, or through whatever devices that they have, because you have the Roomba and it knows what you have in your home. I mean, it's kind of like basically
think about it, man. Just hearing you say that out loud, it's crazy, right? So Amazon could essentially put the Alexa hardware into these iRobot vacuums, and you don't need the other Alexa devices. You just say, "Hey Alexa," and you're talking to the vacuum. Hey Alexa, go vacuum downstairs, or hey Alexa, go buy something off of my subscribe and order list. And it's all into that one particular device. I'm more afraid of Amazon than I am of Google nowadays, to be honest with you, because Amazon knows every single thing about me.
Well, look at this comment here. Tech Troublemaker just said, Alexa tells me the ink is low in my inkjet and the batteries are low in my security cameras. So, I mean, and that's what Alexa is doing now. So it's not no knock. It's just this is what they're doing now.
It's very convenient, right? I mean, right. It's cool to have that convenience, but where should that line be drawn? Right. How much information is too much information? And Tall Boy, for your specific audience, because this is what you focus on, making it understandable to the end consumer. Consumers don't know that they need to go in and opt out of providing this information, because a lot of times these companies will have it automatically turned on so that you by default share your location, you share your first and last name, you share how many people are in your house, your gross, and share all of that information by default. You don't go in by default and click off that opt out marker. So that's really critical, just for folks to take that extra time to read that manual and go through all the settings when you configure these devices.
But like you said, you want it simplified, right? So because you want it simplified, I just saved me 5 minutes or saved me 10 minutes because it's on an automatic timer. You say you have one upstairs, you got one downstairs. Now you or the kids don't have to do that. You could be doing something else to be more productive. Well, what did Amazon say? You know what? We want to be in your home. How can we get in your home? No one's not thinking about this. So, like I said, we're just simplifying it. We're just breaking it down. We're
looking out for you. We're taking care of this for you. Okay, now.
Yeah, right.
Watch out, folks. Watch out.
I mean, it's here for you, but they're putting it in the fine print. I mean, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not saying anything that's wrong. We're literally just putting it out here for you to see it with your own eyes. And it's no knock, and Big Brother has it all. What they say, Big Brother has it all. Think about it. So now they're just saying you gave us access. So because you gave us access, that's just what it is. All right. So if you want to read more into this article, feel free to read the description. I'll click the link in the description. It's right there for you. Remember, I think Amazon, you said Amazon bought, you said Ring, right? So
yes, Amazon bought Ring.
So
then right at that acquisition point is when they turned on Ring Sidewalk. And Sidewalk, we talked about this, I believe, last year. The fact that you open up a piece of your home Wi-Fi to allow for first responders and all to have access if they wanted to see what was happening on your cameras, or again for passerbys to be. So this is how, if you do the Amazon delivery to your garage, this is exactly how this works as well, by opening up access to third-party recipients to have access to your home and to your environment. You got to opt into that. I do it. So, I'm not sitting out here pointing one finger at you. I got 3 fingers pointing back at me. When something sensitive, I have it delivered right through the garage. Amazon has access for that 1 minute to open the garage and then close the garage. But yeah, I got cameras watching them. But again, from a convenience perspective, it's great. But I opt into that convenience, and I know kind of the limitations, and I know kind of some of the risks and rewards of that.
I'm going to put this up here, and then we're going to move forward. But they say this is what Amazon is after its acquisition with iRobot or Roomba. Subscription revenues are becoming increasingly important for companies needing long-term commitment and revenue. And Amazon could turn its iRobot acquisition into a subscription service. You could imagine paying for a Roomba on a subscription whereby spare parts are automatically sent to you. New brushes are automatically sent to you. And indeed, the product itself would be cheap to make up for that. So they think that they see that as going towards a subscription service. iRobot is a natural extension to Amazon's existing home products, including Ring, Alexa, and its general smart home ambitions. And bringing in iRobot also adds a customer base of 30 million users that are already using it. So they will make Amazon the most extensive and preferred option for smart home automation, going past Google.
Crazy.
So
crazy.
Just think about that as you are making your early access or early prime access sales or deals. I'm not knocking you if you choose to go with it. I just want to put it in fine print. We simplified it. We broke it down in a language that you understand. Now you have to make.
Look, and Amazon had Echoes for 99 cents during this early Prime Day 2-day sale. They giving them away. Come on, man.
They want it in the house. That's what it is.
Doing. They know what they're doing.
They want it in the house. So you have to make the decision on whether or not you want it in your house. And from there, it's on you to make that decision. So you got time for one more article, or you got to tap out?
I can do one more article. Yes, sir.
All right. So speaking of Amazon, this is why I asked you, did you have time? did you have it? And while we're talking about this, I need you to help me figure out how we can do this raid so we can send them over to you after this show ends. Okay.
Sounds good.
Let me see if I can pull this up. So basically, Amazon's got some competition here, and does anybody have any guess who they think the competition could be? Anybody? Who do you honestly think could possibly compete with Amazon? Put it in the comments real quick. I know it's about a 20-second delay, so I'm trying to wait out 20 seconds. But what company do you think a company can actually compete with Amazon? That's what I want to know. The question is, who do you think, or what company do you think can compete with Amazon? And when I put this next article up on the screen, it's going to blow your mind, but it makes sense. They already have the customer base. They already have the following, and a lot of people are on it. Put in the comments who you think that might be. All right, I'm going to give it about 10 more seconds.
I'm looking at, okay. I like Lisa Maria. Okay, I like where she's thinking.
All right, so Latricia says Apple. Okay. Lisa Maria, she says Anaya says Apple. Lisa Maria says Walmart. Mama D says Google. Okay. Let me see. Did I put this one up there? Lisa Maria says Apple. Anybody else? Put in the comments real quick. We gotta go tap into this article. All right. Who do you see something that I didn't see?
Well, I see somewhere that I want to venture off to when you tell them who it is, because a couple of folks are pretty well. Everybody's smart, but a couple of folks are right on point.
You guys are thinking, well, I'm not okay. I think we got one. Okay, he says TikTok. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Meta. Meta. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and tap into this article. Basically, this company is planning to own its own U.S. fulfillment centers, and it makes sense. I mean, right now, this really makes sense. Check this out. TikTok is planning to own its own U.S. fulfillment centers, according to job listings. So basically, if you know anything about live shopping pushes, you know about the Shopify partnerships, TikTok is reportedly looking to build out a global fulfillment center that provides warehousing and returns. Like, this is for real. Like, they already have the base, right? So since they have the base, it's like everybody has a small business. I'm not gonna say everybody, but there's a great portion of people who have a small business. And if they can say, hey, you already have a store account with Shopify, now we can have our own product and we can put it into a warehouse facility. Mm-hmm. You can now say, hey, I can ship this to California, have a distribution hub in California. You can have one in Colorado. You can have one in Georgia. You can have one in New York. And you can literally have your product shipped all over the place. And you're on TikTok and you're promoting it yourself. That makes sense. So Check this out real quick, because I know James got to go. TikTok is reportedly building its own shopping fulfillment centers in the U.S. And then they said, according to more than a dozen job postings. All right. So LinkedIn job listing includes global fulfillment center positions in Seattle, L.A. TikTok has already made its e-commerce ambitions in the U.S. clear, and the job descriptions double down on the company's focus on shopping features. The e-commerce industry has seen tremendous growth in recent years and has become a hotly contested space amongst leading internet companies. And basically, its future growth cannot be underestimated. And with TikTok, it's an ideal platform to deliver a brand new and better e-commerce experience to our users. That's right here in the fine print, right there. Read that part right there. I just read all of that for you. I want you to see it with your own eyes. And despite shopping moving slower in the U.S. Than in other regions, opening an Amazon-like warehouse full of TikTok products and handling customer service signals that the company still views e-commerce as a way to make money. That's where we're at. So if anybody can probably do it, I don't think any big box retailer can compete. They're trying to compete with Amazon. They've already lost the fight. So now Meta, I saw one of those comments there. Meta's great. Don't get me wrong. Meta is awesome. But the problem with Meta is people aren't ready for it. TikTok already has that base. The base is already there. You have people that are becoming overnight celebrities. They're selling product. You say, I need my product in LA, Seattle, New York, at Georgia. And next thing you know, it's like, I can get this product to wherever it needs to be. James, what are your thoughts?
Listen, only company that's close is Walmart. So that's why I kind of, when I saw that come up from Lisa Maria, because Walmart has their Walmart Plus. And I'm a subscriber to that as well. So, it's very convenient. Again, you can do your shopping for home goods, for supermarket type stuff. So Walmart is trying to get there, but I think the demographic for Walmart is much more in store as opposed to having it delivered. TikTok is a out of left field that you probably didn't think about, but it makes sense because everybody is on TikTok.
Well,
TikTok is well, come on now. I'm all the cool kids on TikTok.
Okay, well, I'm not a cool kid.
Neither am I. I'm an old 53-year-old man. I'm not on TikTok. But you think about it, there are so many folks that are on TikTok that are providing 30, 60, 90-second bits of edutainment. I'm gonna call it edutainment. And to integrate shopping into that, and with a large fulfiller like Shopify, again, and then building up physical infrastructure, building up warehouses and distribution centers and fulfillment centers, man, this is really going to help if they can get over their legal issues and their legal hurdles that TikTok has by being, part of a overseas core company, right? So if they can figure all that stuff out first, then this could really start taking huge leaps and bounds in terms of you're now buying your creator merch from the creator themselves on TikTok through their Shopify account, and it gets delivered to you directly, as opposed to having to have us creators who would be on TikTok housing that and holding that in our own garages or whatever the case may be. This is going to be incredibly good, especially if not just for digital assets, but again, the shirts and the hats and the creator type merch. And then when companies start reaching out and doing brand deals with creators. So when Tall Boy gets those drones sent to him, or he gets those whatever sent to him, he could now directly partner with those companies, have an affiliate link where he pushes it out directly off of his TikTok account. He gets a commission or he gets a referral fee. It's making it very seamless and hard to say that you can't get out there and turn these side hustles into real businesses, because there are so many large companies working with creators and working with, I like the word advocates instead of influencers, but working with advocates to push out the message about products and services. I know a lot of folks say they don't like TikTok because it just is what it is. Every time I go on it, I don't know what I'm looking at. Listen, it's not for me either, but I'm trying to figure it out because it's what we do, right? It's our business as creators and as advocates of this technology. But there is a large swath of the society that is on TikTok that does get it. That's who it's built for. It's not built for 53-year-old James Hicks over here trying to figure it out. It's built for the younger generation, or the generation. It's not built for me. That being said,
I understand.
Look,
not
built for my brother over
we're not
there
going to
either.
dive deep into it. I just want you to be aware of what's going on. TikTok is saying that they're building something out. It's something really big. It's coming. And so
I think it's exciting, again, just for creators who are into that particular space. Now, again, there's no excuse for not having the ability to push out.
You don't even have to worry about distribution and saying,
Yes.
can I go to Target?
Huge.
Can I go to Walmart?
Huge.
Can I go to wherever? You literally are already selling your product. So you have free advertising, right? So TikTok allows you to do no different from Instagram, even though they want you to pay for it, right? But no disrespect, but at the end of the day, when you think about it, you can go live, you can have your followers, you can say, I'm selling my hair, my candy, my candles,
Mm-hmm.
my books, my whatever it is that you're doing. And then now they're building a fulfillment center. So now all you got to do is just say, hey, I just got to get the books to you and you will do it for me and you will ship
Man,
it for me. And you're doing live streams like a QVC style show.
no excuse. No excuse.
And this is all for the independent.
Yes.
So remember, like rappers want to get signed to a label, right? That's what all rap. I want to get signed. I want to get signed. But then look at the
Yeah.
people that are like the Commons, and that's like the oh god, the other young man. I can't think of his name. The rappers that are independent. Let's just put it like that. They now say, hey, I can just open up my phone, turn it on, say, I'm going to be here and I have this product, I have this merchandise. And if you want to purchase from me, you can go here. And we already have fulfillment centers that can literally, where Revis is a truck driver, he can just deliver that product to that respective city. And then now you have it within 2 to 3 days. There it is.
Yeah, it is.
What did it say? You can't touch this. All right, James, can you figure out, because I know you got to get up out of here, can you figure out how to do this raid? Or if not, do you want to tell people at 9 o'clock, you go live in 10 minutes, tell them how they can check you out. But we're trying to get it set up to where on the stream, and I don't know, because I'm already live, can I edit and do it in the show? Is that possible?
That's a good question because it's under in studio. It's under customization, and on stream customizations, they have a redirect option there. But let me take a look at the studio and see. Boom.
So I'm in studio right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm about to log into studio now. See, someone like Sammy would know, man, because this is what he does.
This is what he does, right? I
Sam,
got you.
this is what we pay Sammy for, right?
So while you do that, let me go ahead and run this promo real quick.
Yeah, no,
And,
go.
you could-
I got
and you
it.
can do
I
that.
found it.
Oh, you did? All right, let me run
Yeah,
this
I
promo
found
real
it.
quick.
All right.
Hey, everybody, it's the Lab Tech Show. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You know why? It's the hottest show on a Wednesday night, and we're simplifying tech in a language that you understand. Will you hit that like button? Will you subscribe? Will you tell somebody what's going on? Come on, man. We're breaking tech down, and it's freaking some of y'all out. But we're simplifying it, and you now walked away being a little bit more knowledgeable. It's called the Lab Tech Show. Tell somebody. That's all I'm asking. We're building a community over here. Join us. All right. He says you need 1,000 subscribers to be able to do this. So
Okay. So still try this though. If you see this, so up at the top right where it says edit, right next to your title.
in the
You're in
actual
studio.
show, in the studio,
Yeah, in YouTube Studio. Yeah, at the top right where it says edit. If you click edit,
in the actual show that I'm in now.
yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay, let me click
Yeah.
on the show because I backed out of that. All right, and it says edit. Okay.
And then the second option should be customization.
Yep. I'm there.
Scroll to the bottom and it says redirect and trailer.
No, it just says live chat replay, participant
Okay.
modes, and message delay. So I don't have it. All right.
Okay, so yeah, you still need that requirement.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. If you guys are interested, when this show ends, his show is on YouTube. You're going to look for Team No Sleep. Okay. So it's called Team No Sleep. Do you have a logo that you can put up on your screen real quick to where they can have an idea of what to look for?
I just put the link actually in the chat.
Oh, okay. So click on that link once this show ends. Before the show ends, make sure you click that link. I hope that you guys got some great Amazon Prime early access deals and all that great old stuff. We got one more story. And James, thank you so much for coming on, breaking it down, simplifying it in a language that you understand. Go prep for your show. You got 7 minutes, man. We're going to see you over there.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. You're a good man. I love you and I love your community. I'm looking forward to catching up with you in the next month or so when we do another road trip.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all check out Team No Sleep. He's already put the link in the comments to where you can go check him out if you are interested. We have one more article. Bear with me as I try and pull this up. Where, let's see, what did I do with it? There it is. basically, hopefully you guys enjoyed what James brought today as far as value, and we want it all to make sense. If that makes any sense to you, we want to be able to bring the value. We want you to think about it. This is not rocket science. At the end of the day, it's just literally just simplifying this tech and saying you guys need to hear about this because this stuff is rolling out whether we like it or not. TikTok is coming whether we like it or not. Amazon is going to buy these companies whether we like it or not. This is coming. So all I can offer and all I can suggest to you at the end of the day is for you to just say, you know what? Here it is in fine print, black and white, and you make the respective decision the way you want to make it, however that looks to you. All right. So our last article that we have for the evening, real briefly, is, there we go. Our last article that we have, if you use DoorDash, here's something for you. DoorDash says they have an update and they're going to give you a lot more choices for free. All right. So real briefly, DoorDash is growing its delivery options with the new drink with double dash, allowing people to order food from one restaurant and alcohol from another at no extra cost. So if you're over 21, you use DoorDash, this is the deal for you. All right. This new feature comes a little over a year after the app introduced double dash service to the platform and alcohol delivery to the United States, Canada, and Australia. And the company states it wants its platform to keep being a one-stop shop for all local commerce needs. And basically the next step is the interconnected services. DoorDash also sees this as a way to help businesses grow more as it claims that local stores grew 130% after it introduced alcohol to the menu. And drinks with double dash is live now. All you have to do is update the app and get it. That's it. At this point, the feature is currently only available to users in the United States, according to a DoorDash spokesperson. And they said if there are plans to expand globally, but at the time of this writing, it looks like there's not. All right. That's pretty much it. You have to be 21 years old. All right. So that's the key thing. You have to be 21 years old. And like I said, the article is in the description of this live stream. You can click on it. You can watch that video and then you can see how it actually works. You can watch the video and it will literally break it down for you. OK, you have to be 21 years old to purchase the alcohol, which means you have to show your ID to the delivery driver. And you do have the option to use dual ID verification, a security feature DoorDash adds back that they added back in July. And basically, Dashers can scan a customer's ID with the DoorDash app to verify a person's identity before handing off the delivery. And the company claims it added this feature to help prevent underage drinking and keep impaired drivers off the road. That's it. Like, if you want to eat, we all got to eat. And some folks don't want to go out and drive and go get their food. They don't want to sit. They want to just let them bring the food to them. You can now get your food and you can now get your alcohol. Sammy Superstar says 3 years and I will be 21. Ha, ha, ha. I ain't mad at it, Sammy. Almost that time. Let's see. Very insightful show. Thanks. I definitely appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so now. That's right. Thank you so much. So please join the show. Please be a part of this community. And if you see or if you know somebody that might have some issues with tech, just share this show because there's always something every week that they can and will appreciate. All right. Before we get up out of here, let me bring this up. Download the channel. It's called TBE Media. Looking for content? You cut the cord. Cable's getting too expensive. We got free content. It's called The Lab. It's called Old School Tuesday Turn Up. I got a cooking show on there. If you got a Fire TV, you got a Roku TV, you got a Fire Stick, download the channel. Come on, help me out. So TBE Media, just search for it. It's absolutely free. Just look for the logo. and you'll see it. All right, that's all I can ask. All right. Before we get up out of here, I know people, tonight is the last night. If you have an opportunity to go to Amazon, I don't know what you're actually looking for, and that's one of the reasons why we did not talk about Amazon Prime deals. I purchased some things that I needed, things that I wanted, but they have some very deep discounts. And I highly recommend that if you have the money, if you have the time before midnight, look on there and see whatever it is that you're looking for. And this is what I did. I literally went to the store's website of what I was looking for, and then I went to Amazon and saw that there was a significant difference. Case in point, Macy's jeans cost about $89. I got mine for $45. So I got jeans for half the price of what I would have paid for at Macy's for my size. I just think that if you have the money, if you have the opportunity, I can't tell you what to buy. I can't tell you what's the best deal, what you need. The only thing that I do recommend, and it's not on Amazon, it's on my Facebook page, and I posted it right before the show. If you're looking for cloud storage, and what I mean by that, instead of you having a flash drive, a SD card, and then you want to save your files, and instead of you using Google Dropbox, Google Drive, Dropbox, or any of the services that you have to pay $1.99 or $2.99 or $3.99 a month, they have a company called Koofr, Koofr. If you go to my Facebook page, or if you don't have Facebook and you want to know more information, shoot me a message and I will break it down to you. But basically, it is cloud storage. And they had a sale that ends tonight at midnight for $112 for 1 terabyte. If you have a lot of photos and you want to keep them in the cloud and you only want to pay one price and that's it, a lifetime deal, $112 was for 1 terabyte. I think it was like, and don't quote me on the pricing, I think it was like $39 for 250 gigs, and I think it was $60 for 500 gigs, and then 1 terabyte was $112. It normally goes for $39. So if you look at that post, I will share it with anybody who shoots me a message tonight. I will share it with you. And if you're looking for cloud storage, that means you no longer have to pay that Google Dropbox, Microsoft Drive. If you pay any subscriptions, I can get you that code, or I can give you the article to where you can read it. And I think that might be the best option. We're trying to get rid of subscriptions to the best of our ability. So with that being said, it is the Lab Tech Show. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And hopefully you guys learned something. I look forward to talking to you next week. Y'all be good and y'all enjoy the show. Revis, look forward to hearing that word of the week next week. Y'all be good. Oh, I forgot. Don't forget, go to Team No Sleep. Go to Team No Sleep on YouTube. Click the link in the description, all right?
You already know.